French team celebrating a very, very straightforward 2-0 win in Boston against Morocco. I think Mbappe's ankle's OK, don't you? He seems to be enjoying it, and why not? Another very straightforward and well-deserved victory for the World Cup favourites. Well, there he is. Hello, Mr. Klopp. I wonder if he's going to be the German manager soon. I think there's every chance he will be, actually, which would be great for the German team. Waving at somebody in the crowd. Let's have a look and see who France might be playing in the semi-finals on Tuesday in Dallas, Spain or Belgium. Now, were it to be Spain, that would be a repeat of the semi-final of the Euros. Were it to be Belgium, it would be a repeat of the semi-final in 2018 in Russia. Let's have a look at the opening goal then. And the fact that Mbappe had quite a few players around him...
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You can have 25 around him.
Yeah.
The great players decide what they're going to do with the ball. And we've seen here again, these aren't even chances, obviously. And eventually when we see it does break to him. And of course, Morocco, as usual, have got plenty of bodies back. You're just trying to battle for second balls. And even there, if you stop there, you go, listen, there's no danger. But what these great players do, they dictate what they're going to do. 4 players
around him there,
and, you know, and I can be critical of defenders and maybe not trying to kind of get closer, but they're frightened to death also that he could spin him and run him behind. So the defenders don't know what to stick or twist. Yeah. Even here, you're looking at the defender going, can you stick your leg up even? But they're half frightened to death of what to do.
Because he's made himself smaller, Diop,
yeah, of course, which is getting... But you're thinking, yeah, get your leg up to block it. But then if you think you put your leg up to block it, he kind of maybe go past you. So players don't know what to do. He's in charge of every situation.
He looks like he's more afraid that the ball's going to go through his legs, because we know when the ball goes through the legs, it normally beats the keeper. Like, he was in two minds. He didn't know what to do because it's Mbappe. He could go on his left, he could go on his right.
And is that what happens, that great players completely befuddle the opposition? Is that what happens?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you look at maybe R9, a Thierry and Mbappe. Once they get you in that position, you're literally at their mercy.
When they are inside the box, it's quite really difficult to touch them because they've got so much pace and really good on the ball. So, as a defender, you don't want to be too close because he will be passing you really quickly.
Yeah.
So you'd want to create those distances and to force him to pass the ball. But at the same time, when you create those distances, you allow him to take the shot and then he scored the goal.
And some of these are really good defenders, but they also don't want to be made a fool of. Because what happens when they do get too close, as I said, he'll just do a spin, he'll do a trick, which you've seen already. And the type of goals he's getting in this tournament, running behind people, shooting on the edge of the box. Again, players are frightened to death.
Now, Mbappe leads that from Messi on assists. And, of course, the thrilling thing for us is that Messi, Haaland and Keane are all playing on Saturday evening. So, as you said it, Roy, it's a shootout. It's a shootout in the OK Corral, isn't it? As we are.
It's great to see, yeah.
Brilliant. The second goal, great finish, but talk everybody through, again, on Mbappe and the run he makes and what he does to help Dembele.
Well, what he does, what he helps Dembele with here is the way he waits and that run what he makes across the defender here. It's even Mazraoui, even now he's got to change his position and he can't get his feet in the right position to maybe even make a block on Dembele because the run is so precise and it goes now. It's brilliant timing. Now he's trying to set himself.
He's actually spun him around,
hasn't he? He's actually spun him around. So he's not set. He can't even get his foot up. Goalkeeper maybe could have got an arm on it, but again, the goalkeeper is when's the shot coming because he can't see it, and then, you know,
we talk about the pace of the French, even that example there. These players are lightning quick. There's a lot of good players out there who are quick, but these lads are like lightning. And again,
so you have to make a decision instantaneously, and it won't always be the right one. I'm talking about the defenders.
Yeah, of course, they're just confused. And when they do run in behind, it's not as if you go, can I get to him? He's electric. He's already gone. You're not catching these lads.
But you just have to look at the pace that Mbappe attacked the space. You know, the speed that he run into just to create that space for Dembele. He had the options with Barcola on the left-hand side, and he had another players on the right-hand side. But the fact that he created that space, he came a little bit more inside and he's facing the goal. And
the space comes from Patrick is that Morocco obviously have to try and get back in the game. But when they lose on the halfway line, it's as if you're in trouble already. You're on the halfway line. They're certainly going to create a chance or get a shot on target. And obviously the goalkeeper should do better there. So teams, again, as soon as they start pushing up to try and get back in the game and they're leaving spaces, the French lads with their pace, it's happy days.
It's a bit like the fighter jets we had up here the other day for the July the 4th, isn't it? I mean, it's so quick.
Yeah. And
you don't know where to look.
Yeah.
Before you realise what's happened, they're gone.
Yeah.
They're gone.
You can't do anything about pace. You can't. If they're electrifying like that, there's nothing you can do about it.
France through to the semi-final. They'll play Spain or they'll play Belgium. We'll talk more about that in a couple of moments' time. That will be in Dallas on Tuesday. Whichever one it is, they've got to put up with him. And there are plenty more besides as well. It's not just about Kylian Mbappe. Dembele amongst the goals. Barcola, Doué, Elise. What a team. You're going to have to play extremely well to stop France winning a third World Cup. Back in a couple of moments. In the evening, here is the route to the final. So France will play the winners of Spain against Belgium, which is tomorrow. Does anybody want to make a case for Belgium? Roy?
No, well, they're up against it. You'd have to fancy Spain, but Belgium have stuck in the tournament. You think they were going out, was it last week when they were 2-0 down Senegal? Yeah, they showed a lot of fighting spirit. The managers made some big calls. So we certainly shouldn't underestimate them, but they are up against it.
So Lukaku has come off the bench in the last 3 games and scored every time. Would you start Lukaku, or would you think the French centre-halves would go, thank you very much indeed? He didn't start the last game, De Bruyne didn't start the last game, and Doku didn't start the last game.
Yeah, those 3 players are quite big names and really important players from the Belgium side. But if the manager is satisfied with the decision that he's made and the team perform and they manage to win the game, why not? Why changing the players? You know, Spain will be a different, of course, opposition. But if they give satisfaction to the manager regarding what he wanted to, I think he should keep the same player.
Spain have not conceded a goal yet. They've scored 9 in 5, haven't conceded one.
Yeah, because they ain't played France.
But it's a bit like, Spain's sort of like death by 1,000 cuts, isn't it? France will tear you to pieces.
Yeah.
They have to, but Spain just keep the ball, pass.
They'll keep the ball going, and you could probably see with the pace they've got and the capability in the midfield to keep the ball and maybe get it to the wingers. You know, they can go short or they can go long. You know, you'd have to see if they can implement that against a France side, but France are, in any situation, you feel like, again, it all focuses back on their front men and what they're capable of doing, even when the game's not going in their favour.
You think Spain comfortably against Belgium?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I mean, it feels that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, I don't know about comfortably, because again, we got to give credit to Belgium. They're showing a bit of fighting spirit. Yeah. Again, the manager's made some big calls. But yeah, maybe just edge it to Spain, because listen, they know how to win big matches, and the European champions for a reason. So yeah, just edge it to Spain. I
mean, there's a feeling about Spain is they're such a complete team, aren't they? They won 2 years ago. That means a lot, Patrick, doesn't it? Because you know what it's like when you've won something, you have an extra level of confidence, and there's a balance to their team. It's hard to find a fault with them, isn't it, with Spain?
Yeah, it is. You know, before the competition, I think we were all convinced that Spain will be in the semi-final or the quarter-final. Big nation of football, but I think, you know, France will not going to have any kind of issues playing against them, because I think that France is a better team today than they were 4 years ago. Yeah. But I don't think Spain were the better team today than they were 4 years ago. So I think, you know, they still have, of course, Yamal. Look at that smile.
I'm listening to you.
But I think...
They've got to beat Belgium first, though, Patrick.
They will have to, but I don't see anybody really stopping the French team going to the final.
OK. All right. Well, we'll see. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, in the other side of the draw, of course, England against Norway on Saturday evening. What a sporting day on Saturday after all that rugby in the Nations Championship. And then in Miami as England try and make the semi-finals.